Many thanks for joining us again on the program. Good morning, Abuja, showing only on the Unity Station NTA Channel 5 Abuja. And on to our very first conversation this morning. On our conversation segment, we have a poet and also a literary events convener in person of Jonathan Oluwatosin. And together we are going to look at inclusion of persons with disabilities in the arts and entertainment. Oluwatosin, Jonathan, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay. We all agree that persons with disabilities are members of the society. Now, what can we do to make sure they are part of this arts and entertainment we are talking about?
Okay, I believe there's a need for support from the general public.
Okay.
Yes, and then those who are the industry, the arts and entertainment industry, so also try and reach out to persons in this, persons with disabilities, persons in this aspect of life, that they need to reach out to them, call them up on projects, and then the government needs to also encourage, so that is create platforms, where they get to showcase their talents, because I mean they won't always get the general public to include them. But inclusion starts with the government. If the government is able to bring up projects that carries both aspects, that's persons with disabilities and persons not living with any disability. So if the government can bring up such projects, then
to be okay. You know, when we talk about talents and skills, they are unique qualities, and even persons with disabilities, they have their talent, skills given to them by our creator. How can we help to develop these skills and talents?
Okay, so I believe this is from a very personal level.
Okay.
Yes, I feel this person should be able to put themselves out there.
Okay.
In developing it is, we have this old saying that says practice makes perfect, right? So if you want to develop your talent, your skill, you have to always put it to use. You have to make use of it, and it's in making use of it that you now get to be included. The inclusion we are talking of, as much as I have said, the government should help, public should help, all of those and all those things I said. If the person with disability isn't willing to receive the help, is not doing something to get the help, then it's of no use. So it starts from we developing, working on ourselves, and then putting ourselves out there to be accepted.
You know, when we talk about arts and this entertainment, we know it contributes a major level to the GDP of our nation. Now, talent of people with special needs, how do we're not talking about developing them and the contribution it does to our nation. What are we going to do in that area to ensure their voices will be heard?
Okay, so I feel we can use money to get money.
Okay, we can use money to get money.
The government should, again, I'm back to the government.
Yes,
it should be able to create grants.
Okay,
grants, maybe international organizations too, but let's start from home. Government creating grants, creating those things that really restrict us. So if you put in money, there are a lot of them. They can sing, they can do things. You see persons with disabilities who are cobblers. We're just talking of the regular skills that now not even talent like poetry. So there are a lot of them out there. And if you put in money, grants, put in funding to boost their talent, their skills, and all of what they do, which the government is already doing, but then I'm saying more can be done.
More can be done.
I mean, they are doing much already, but more can be done. So if we do these things, then it gets to, our voices get heard. Everybody's voices get heard.
Okay, now coming to you, how did poetry start for you?
Interesting. Poetry, I started writing poetry in 2013.
Wow, it's been a while now.
Yes,
okay.
2013. I think it was my last lap in school, secondary school, and then I wanted the talent. I wanted the talent. I wanted something to hold, something I could feel like, okay, this is me, and then I prayed to our creator for it, and then it came.
Okay, you say you wanted something to hold, you prayed, and God gave it to you. But there are other things you would have decided to go for, but you decided to go for poetry. Why?
Poetry is expressive.
It's expressive.
It's very expressive. It gives me the room to say all I don't want to say. I mean, if I was to do poetry, if this was a poetry interview, I would have been able to say more.
Okay.
Yes, it gives me the room to say
Everything you want. Okay. I know there are various forms and types of poetry. Which is your focus?
Okay. Spoken word poetry.
Okay.
The one we do on stage with all of the drama and everything.
So you're going to do one for me before you go today. So what inspires you? Well, any time you want to write something, tell us what inspires you into writing.
What inspires me?
Yes.
Well, it just comes.
It just comes like that.
So if there's something to write about, it just comes. Mood could also bring it. Your mood, the mood you are in could also bring it. So if I am very excited, if I'm very excited, or I'm feeling loved, there's what you write.
Flows effortlessly.
Yes.
Wow.
If I'm sad too, then the type of poem would be sad.
Okay.
Yeah, so it just comes.
Okay. So what would you say makes a good poetry?
What makes a good
What
poem?
makes a good poetry?
Okay. I think it is left for everybody to decide. Because if I say what makes a good poetry for me, I would say having all the making good use of the literary devices, all the figures of speech we learnt about in school, and if you make good use of it, and then you're able to express yourself. There's what we say: expression, performance, and articulation. So once it comes to spoken word poetry, you need to be expressive enough. You need to show your performance, and you need to be articulate enough. Yes, because you can't do poetry and be subtle. Spoken word poetry, you're standing in front of an audience and you're talking gently. It doesn't work. So you need to be articulate. And then when it comes to the written form of poetry, you need to have the right devices, the right figures of speech. You need to know all the meters and how to construct your lines.
Okay, so Jonathan, this is a wonderful conversation we've been having now. Before you came up here, we talked about your event that is coming up. Can you tell us your upcoming event?
Okay, thank you. The Nigerian International Poetry Convention, slated for December 15th, starting this Thursday, December 15th to 18th. It will feature a lot of poetry performances similar to what I've done here, and we feature a lot of persons within the disability space, within the general arts and entertainment space. We feature the big guns in the creative space, like the DK Chukwumereje, Bashiru Amuneni, Suedi Agema. So it's a whole lot. It's an event that's an all-inclusive event that gives room for poets, established poets, budding poets, writers in general, and persons in the arts and entertainment field to come and network, come and have fun. The first day would begin at Play Zone, Play Zone Area 10. Play Zone Area 10, Garki, and then we'll run through. We'll have book reading sessions for the second day, and then the last day on the 18th will be held at Cyprian Equasi Arts and Culture Center. So I invite you.
So, and we are all invited.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful one. Now you do a stage performance, let me put it that way. So what is the feeling like for you after each performance? Is it a wow, or what is the feeling like for you? It's only you that know.
It's usually a mixed feeling.
It's
usually a mixed feeling because you want to know if your audience enjoyed you
or not,
and then you want to know if you also passed the message.
Yes.
So it's not all the time that you pass the message that the audience enjoys you. You might even offend the audience. So if I'm doing a poem that talks about justice.
Yeah.
In a place where justice does not really prevail, you will want to say, okay, did the message sink? Did the audience enjoy it? And so it's usually a mixed feeling.
Okay. So you've been into this for how long now?
This is 9 years.
9 years. Wow.
That's poetry.
Yeah, it's been a while now. What are some of the challenges you've encountered so far?
Okay. Challenges and platform.
Okay.
Yes, platform. You know, this form of art hasn't really sold. It's recently it's selling itself. So compared to music and film, poetry is still way in the back seat.
But we're beginning to accept it, and it's growing fast.
Yes, it's growing very fast.
Yes.
So I'm saying all from when I began till now, I feel the early challenges were platforms.
Okay.
Platforms. So we started using social media. I know I used Facebook a lot.
Okay.
I did an all year round poetry every day. So we used social media, but it wasn't enough. Wanted to be heard more.
Okay.
So until social media came with more more platform, that is the TikTok, Instagram videos, so it helps you to really do more. So
you know, I won't let you go without giving me a poem. You know, you've been into this for a while now, and I know when I knock at your door, you just open and you flow. So you are going to flow for us effortlessly, like you said now. The time starts now.
Okay. So this is How to Kill a Cockroach. I wrote this a while back. I was with my brother, and so we used to play with cockroaches.
Okay.
And so this is How to Kill a Cockroach. In Nigeria, there's one very known way to kill a cockroach. You chase after the ugly creature wielding the slippers as a weapon, say, "Come here." You think say you go run, and soon its gut is all over the place. But in my house, there are two ways to kill a cockroach. If there are many, you chase after them with an insecticide, and if it's only one, it becomes a soccer ball, and I become Messi, and my brother Ronaldo, and the wall our goalpost. For I, for one, do not like the sight of the gut, not to talk of blood. But in the north, the sight of blood does no longer churn up stomachs in disgust. Go to Benue and see how many lives still equals a livestock. Our beautiful daughters are now women. We are no longer the food basket of the nation. We now beg.
Wow, wonderful one, wonderful one.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, okay, before I let you go, finally, your final word to people that are watching us right now that really want to do what you're doing. What word do you have for them?
I would say put out yourself.
Okay.
Yes, because NTA found me because I put out myself.
Okay. So put out yourself.
If you put out yourself enough, I also didn't know this early this year.
Okay.
So, but you really need to get out there. Anybody at all, not only persons with disabilities. If you're not putting out yourself, then nobody will hear you.
Nobody will hear you. Thank you very much, Jonathan,
Thank you
for this wonderful information you've given to us. I really enjoyed your conversation, and we appreciate your time with us.
Very much,
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Yes, we have been speaking with Jonathan Oluwatosi. He is a poetry and also a literary event convener. And today we look at the inclusion of persons with disability in the world of art and entertainment. Now, let's go on this quick break. We'll be right back after now.